Okay, here we are again on Addington Slough, and this is for part 2 of mixing of COVID-19 vaccines. And again, this may be useful both economically. If the supplies run out of one, you can switch to the other. May be useful also because theoretically, if you take one vaccine, you get a maximum effect of that. Then you add a second type of vaccine that works by a different mechanism. Perhaps different types of immunity are developed towards the virus that causes COVID-19. And that way you're getting or attacking the virus from multiple prongs, multiple angles. And perhaps, theoretically at least, that could be an advantage to have both shots of a different type. And so what I mean is, for example, the mRNA type vaccines produce good antibody responses. But as we know, cell-mediated immunity is important in fighting off viruses, and T cells are at the center of that. So perhaps by stimulating the T cells more, you can keep control of the virus better by immunization with vaccines that produce a good T cell response. Now, apparently, some of the other vaccines produce a better T cell response. So if you mix one that's producing the humoral or the antibody response, and then another one that's producing a better T cell response, perhaps the end product is a better immunization program. But anyway, that is all theoretical, but it is currently being studied to see if any of that is true. Theoretically, it is true, I must say. Okay, now mixing vaccines also has been shown to help with the variant forms or the mutant forms of the virus. So the people that received 2 different vaccines apparently were better able to fight off recurrent infections with the mutant forms, the so-called variant forms, which there are many that have happened probably by mutation of the virus in a host before transmission and between transmission from one host to the other. Okay, combining vaccines may improve the performance both generally and in the variant forms. And when messenger RNA, mRNA vaccines, that's currently the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines, are added to a live virus vaccine, this may be more effective. So today, they are wasting or waiting for 9 weeks instead of 3 between shots. And actually, I've been told I have to wait 4 months to receive my second dose of the Pfizer vaccine, which is the mRNA vaccine. At first, this seemed like a negative, but now that more research has been done, the antibody levels apparently have tripled in the 9 weeks after the vaccination without giving a second injection. So this is actually quite tremendous, and it's just something that is found with time and continued research, is that the antibody levels are better if you wait between the first and second dose. Now, it's not known, just because the antibody levels are increased, does the actual protection against the virus and infection increase? This, as far as we know, we cannot tell yet. This needs to be studied with further research. But again, my conclusion at this point in time, which is May 15th, 2021, is that it is probably okay to mix vaccines, one type, and then get a second shot of another type. And in fact, may be advantageous to do that with increased immune response, increased T-cell response, increased antibody response, especially if you